Hey guys, it's Ethan Hill, handsome and wealthy, and can all my handsome and wealthy men stand up? Now, this is part two, kind of to what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about the baby daddies, and you have to kind of see and dig and kind of see through the BS of what's going on when she has baby daddy. But this is another scenario that happened today. So this is a part two, different woman, right? So basically, right, we're going to talk about ghosting. Yes. Have you been ghosted? I'm sure you have. If you've ever dated, if you've ever talked to women, if you ever had something that was going somewhere and then, it was good for a couple weeks, right? We've all been there, right? It's been good. Everything's going good. Returning texts, calls, dates, yes, sex, all that, right? Everything's going good. And then you go ghost. You never hear from them again. Right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're talking about ghosting, right? So this isn't exactly a ghost, but here are some signs, right? If somebody is ghosting you, right? So we're going to go with number one. Number one, they're not returning your texts or calls, right? How do you know that they're not returning your texts or calls, right? You text somebody, let's say at 1 p.m., and then you don't hear from them until next day, right? And you send another text, and then, you might hear from them maybe 6 hours. And then, you sent another text the next day, and it might be a week. It starts to drag into more and more days, time between texts start to kind of shoot further and further out. And the next thing you know, you never hear from that person. So if you're getting this right now, this is a sign that you need to cut this off, right? It's a sign that this person obviously doesn't value your time. They don't care about communication with you. They have all these important things, right? Which is BS because everybody finds time in order to, get back to their calls or whatever. So obviously, if this is what's going on with you, so this is a sign that you just got to cut it off, and you got to nip it in the bud before you start to get pissed off. See, when you start to think that something might change and then it doesn't, you start to get pissed off. This is where all this rage comes out of. So if she's taking a lot of time in between texts, not responding, it's probably a sign you got to cut it off, right? So that's number one. Number two, the second reason why you might be getting ghosted, and this is a sign that you are getting ghosted, is canceling dates, canceling plans, right? So if you're trying to do something, let's say you schedule something for Friday, and then, Thursday night, I get a stomach bug, I get this and that, and I just cannot make the date for whatsoever. Okay, cool. If it happens once and they've never done it, maybe it's a sign that, okay, it could have been real, it could not have been, but okay, let's try it next week, right? Now, if it happens multiple times on a consistent basis, what do you think is gonna happen, right? What do you think is going on? Better yet is the question, right? This person's ghosting you. This person is basically not respecting the time that we've set for this date. And so what do you do from there is the question. Or should I say, what is the result of what you should do? Better yet. And obviously, it's just to cut it off, right? Obviously, this person is an attention monger, right? This person is an attention whore. This person just wants to feel good by stealing your attention for the moment. And then once they steal that attention, it's like, oh, no, pump fake number one, pump fake number two, pump fake number three. Like, this is just an ongoing thing. So if you're getting this right now as part of the ghosting process, exit that out, exit that conversation, exit that relationship, friendship, whatever it happens to be, right? It's gonna be your second thing, right? Number three, right? This is your third way to figure out if you're getting ghosted, right? Your third way, right? Third way. Third way you can figure out if you're getting ghosted is basically, and this has happened to me sometimes, but I don't know if this has happened to you guys. And this is like a major turnoff because people do this shit and then they don't actually come back on the phone. But it's like when you're talking on the phone with somebody, right? You guys are having a conversation and then they'll be like, oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to call you right back, right? And then they don't call you back. See, if somebody does that to you, you just need to, no. We're not doing that shit, right? Especially if they do it consistently, you need to cut that person off, right? Screw all that, because that's basically saying that your time is not valuable on the phone and I need to go do something else basically to get off the line. See, if somebody does that shit to you, you cut that off, because that is BS. Because basically it's an excuse, right? Like if somebody's not, if you're talking to them, oh no, Johnny called me, I need to call you back, or this happened with my family, so I need, no, it's BS. It's BS. It's like calling your job and telling them, yo, like I'm not coming in because shit, I don't feel good. Like that's, your job knows that's BS. That's another example. They know it's BS, but you know, like nobody takes that seriously. So if you're getting that too, that goes in my third category right there of if you're getting ghosted. That's just plain simple. That one is like, I don't even know if I had to say it, but I just feel like it needed to be said, honestly, right? Number four, right? Number four. We're going to go with number four, right? And I've heard this one before, and I think it's BS because people shouldn't only text, but when a person says, I don't like to talk on the phone, I like to text, right? That to me is a red flag. That's like a way of ghosting, because it's like now we're resorting to text. And like I said, most people, their text game is shit, right? Let's just be honest, right? Like most people, or you know, women that sometimes you communicate, especially the what are you gonna call it? Gen Z, right? Their texting game is shit. And the reason why I say their texting game is shit is because they got Twitter, they got Instagram, they got TikTok, they got Snapchat, they got Messenger on Facebook, they have Tinder, they have Hinge, they have freaking Bumble. Like, how are you supposed to compete with all that, right? Like, how are you supposed to take that seriously? All we can do is text. We can't FaceTime, we can't call, but we could text. Like, that's not even realistic. Like texting is so new form. Texting, by far, the only reason why you should text someone really is to cancel or is to set up a date, right? Texting was not made to have these long formatted conversations that really should be handled over the phone. Really, texting is a new age thing. And it's really something that should not even be in existence, but we happen to use it because we're so comfortable. And it's just like we trying to avoid talking on the phone because it's like we're afraid to really express ourselves, like through our voice, and just, you know, having that clear communication. We want to shoot a text because it's easy, it's comfortable. But guys, if somebody tells you that, if you're talking to a woman, she's like, only I can text, that's BS. That's bullshit. You don't want to even entertain that. And you want to stay far away from that, right? So if you getting that, run far away, right? Now I got number five, right? So we want to do five because five seems to be a popular number. So we're gonna do five. We're gonna do one more good one. What do you think it is, guys? What do you think? What do you think is the fifth one? I should say, right? Let's see. Okay, number five, right? Number five. You ready? Okay, number five. So the fifth way to tell if someone is constantly ghosting you is if they constantly have to move your day and keep pushing it back, right? Now, if you're talking to someone, they say, hey, you know, and it's kind of similar to to another point I made earlier in the video. I can't remember what step. You guys can leave it down in the comments though. But they said, but it was like, oh yeah, I can't make it this day, right? Okay, cool. Let's reschedule, right? So you reschedule that day, and then when that day comes, there's something else, right? And then that day comes, and then there's another day. It's like you have to keep removing the date and you have to keep putting it off, right? Rain checking. It's fucking rain check season, right? If you constantly are getting rain checked to the point where like you can never make a date, that's the number one thing you should just you shouldn't even deal with that person anymore. Honestly, you should just block them, never talk to them again. Guys, the reason why I made this video today is because this has happened to me before and I learned from my mistakes, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I've made, right? I don't want you to try to reinitiate something if they're not trying to put in the effort. I've learned in my 25 years, right? Not the whole 25 years, but just when I've been in this phase of my life and in other phases, you know, starting from 18 to right now, is that you can never be in a one-sided relationship, because if you are in a one-sided relationship, it will never work out. I don't care how much you beg. I don't care how much you plead. I don't care how much you spend. I don't care how much ways you're going to try to change and try to be there is nothing that you can do to make someone like you. Money does not buy someone to like you. They have to like you for you. You can't force attraction. You can't try to please someone. You can't try to be gift giving. You can't do none of that. So I hope this video helped out. You know what I'm saying? These are the 5 steps or 5 tips to see if someone's ghosting you, if they're playing with you, if they're playing games, right? So I hope this helped you guys. Remember, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. On the road to 1,000. So guys, make sure to share this video with someone who's struggling with this, right? I'm sure after you watch this, you will never struggle again. You might slip up, but at least you'll be able to see the signs. You'll be able to read the room. You'll be able to see through the BS, right? Like Neo in the Matrix. You'll be able to stop time and see if they're trying to play with you or not. So I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you on the next video. Ethan Hill, handsome and wealthy. We're out.